2 months time. 2 months time. These players have spent in the shadows, working behind the scenes in practice, making preparations, all to lead up to this. This is the first day of the XLNC Valorant Phantom series. My name's Golden Falcon. I'm joined here with the brains of the entire operation, Spark Gamer Dog, and we're going to be bringing you guys the Valorant action on this channel over the coming weeks, and starting off with none other than a rematch between Divine Ascension and Fates from our quarterfinals from the Excellency Valorant tournament that we hosted about 2 months ago.
Yeah, I'm super excited for these tournaments, Anton. I'm super excited for this series. I actually like watching series and following them a little bit more than the tournaments because you can really see how all of the teams grow and adapt to playing each other. But like you said, this is going to be Fate versus Divine Ascension. They have met before during the last XLNC tournament, and they had quite a clash. They had played all three maps of their best of three, and the last two maps actually went into overtime. So this should be some good matches here today.
Yeah, honestly, and not even overtime, right? They came back. Fate lost the first map 13-6 on split against Divine Ascension. Then they just bring it all the way back, reverse sweep, and they take it all the way onto the semis. Unfortunately, they didn't end up winning the tournament, but this time, this is definitely a grudge match between these two teams. We're going to get right into the agent select, but first of all, let's go over the rosters real quick. Fate, Posh1G as the team captain, That's Okay, Cringy, and Flavor, formerly Bailey. He was the old Viper main that they had. Simply Delicious as well. That's the team of Fate. Divine Ascension has Teddy as the team captain, Kiuri, Vibes, Winnie, Idole? I actually forgot how to pronounce his name. I apologize. Adele, I think, is how you go about that. But here we go. Agent selects right in. Vibes on that. Okay. Fate does this. They did this last time too. I think I remember the Yorus from them, but this time it's all Brims, but whatever. Divine Ascension have their stuff hovered. We'll have to see what Fate end up deciding.
Yeah, I'm excited for these, picks. Icebox is one of my favorite maps to watch in competitive play, and with the new Agent KO and with all of the new stuff being added or changed in terms of the economy, I'm excited to see how these teams play out. So everyone locked in from the side of Divine Ascension, going to only have that single smoker on the Viper, which I feel like is pretty standard for Icebox, as that wall can just cover so many different angles. And the KO actually coming out in this map, I feel like Icebox might not be one of the most or the best maps for KO to be played on, since you're not really going to be able to clear out all of these angles with that suppress, but still can be very good in order to deny any sort of util from the defending team.
Yeah, and it's of course nowadays there's obviously been a lot of changes, right? Over the past 2 months that these teams have not been playing, this game evolves like monumentally compared to a lot of other titles, and I'm glad to see one of these rosters has at least gone to some adaptation. They bring out these new agents like the KO Curie. I'm curious to see what he's got in store, because like you mentioned, it's difficult to use the knives on this map, right? Because there's a lot of walls. Like an A site, there's just it's super closed. On B, it's a bit more open, but even still, you throw those Viper mollies and stuff from so far away that it's just like the time it takes for them to travel. You knife that, but it doesn't matter. Those things are in the air already.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like it is going to be that A hit from the attacking side, looking to take A pretty much in the storm. And there's actually the Viper who's decided to play there, try and get maybe that smoke on default, prevent that spike from going down. And an early pick from so below is going to maybe stop the attacking team in its tracks.
That's a nice headshot angle as well. I think he just held that position and just went for a shot. Another one comes out. Teddy gets tagged, and the knife doesn't manage to connect. So Sobolo still has a dash to work with. He's going to get out of dodge real quick. That flashbang hitting him for just a second, and goes for another fight. Swings around, but Vibes is the one to win that out. And that's okay. Another trade in return. And the skill feed is literally just a zipper, but Flavor is the one to end that. And Simply Delicious cleans up at the end for the first round for FaZe.
Yeah, really great defense there. Able to just isolate those angles, get the gunfights in their favor, and really just put the ending of that. We're going to see a replay here, but yeah, is going to be great. As we go into our second round of the match, having to have those Spectres in the hands of Fate, as they look to pretty much play those long-range angles. They have the firepower in order to really defend against this push that looks to be going towards this B site, and that early camera from Cringy is going to be able to yeah, get some early info on that one.
At least some spots and a tag on the Teddy as well. That one Marshall, and he's gonna want to maybe keep themselves safe. This is the strength of the Cypher. You're able to have those cages to at least deny lines of sights for just a tiny little bit and have that spray down power. He gets 2 and maybe a third. Curie does have a trade, but there are teammates right behind, and there's just enough. Flavor gets a triple K. Triple K, triple spray down for the second round. Fate cleaned that up real nice.
Yeah, really just the gun diff at that point. The spray down was great from the Cypher, able to get so many people. A little bit risky there, playing so aggressive. You usually don't want to maybe get traded out and give that gun away, but worked out pretty well for the side of Fate there. They're going to keep most of their guns. They're going to bonus into this next round, and Divine Ascension have the guns in their favor. Full Vandals except for one. Actually, no, the Cell. So it is going to be full Vandals for the side of Divine Ascension, and they have those long range. They're better at the longer ranges now, and we'll see if they take advantage of it.
Interesting. Oh, hello. Nice dink onto Delicious. That's a bit unfortunate for the defense, but at least may be able to heal up from that. They have double healers, so the Sky isn't completely alone in that sense. Molly and Slow to deny some movement, and everyone on Divine Ascension just stacked up inside this mid right now.
Stacked up pretty much. No map control really garnered from the side of Divine Ascension, now making their way towards A. Only the Jet is here, and this wall being put down is probably going to give away that an A site hit is coming. So below with this Marshall, you know, only if some taps go through, only if those headshots go through is he going to be able to defend against this.
Oh, there are flashes, so line of sight not going to be the favorable, but he does get one headshot. Curie, quick trade right through that wall, and he's already made his way all the way up to the top of sight. Flash goes through. It's a perfect one. Flavor takes advantage of that. Teddy with another frag. Tringy trading out with the Sheriff inside a mid, still policing the flanks of their own team, but Winnie has made their way all the way to the back of sight, tries to go for another spray down. They line up, but he can't get a single frag. Wibes is all the way on the outside, but the spike has already been planted. They need to go in for this retake. They have the weaponry to do it. They have the manpower as well, but the Molly goes out. Cringy misses an opportunity, but oh my god, the Molly gets the kill! The Molly gets the kill, and Wibes manages to finish up Cringy for the clutch.
Yeah, really great clutch from Wibes there, able to use the Molly. The post-plant utility just so good, as you can see here. Just the Molly skill to get the one person off of that spike. Unfortunately, not able to going to be able to show that replay there, but great by them. I will say you don't really want to get into that clutch scenario when you are, you know, on that full buy round, your first one, because now even though Divine Ascension won that round, they still have some save guns as all the economy damage was done.
Yeah, lacking on 2 players. Actually, no, make that 3. I saw the long rifle on Adelaide, and I thought that was actually a rifle, but no, that's an Ares. This is not exactly the map that you really want to use it on. There's no paper thin walls like on a Scent or anything like that, and the knife's gonna go out and get no information, at least information that no one's there. And the attack, Divine Ascension just making the way across yellow. Adelaide does get 1 kill, but it's 2 responses and make that 3 from the defense. And yeah, like I said, not exactly the gun you would want to bring into this round. Another answer back from Winnie, but it's still a 2 versus 3.
First kill onto Curie there. Now it's 1 versus 3. Winnie will be able to get the first kill, and the last 2 people on site. Spike probably in the worst position possible as it's out in the open, so last 2 defenders can just hug it.
There's an ultimate. Empress has been popped. Gun able to be recovered, perhaps? There are people on the flank as well. Okay, there's a lot of Spectres around, but there goes the Vandal. Is he able to do too much damage to this spike site? 30 seconds. He actually decides to rotate off. I think.
He's baiting.
Yeah. Sound cue out. Flash going through. That doesn't go deep enough. The timing. That's all that matters right now. Can Fate manage to hear this? There's 20 seconds. They're so patient right now. They're staying. They're waiting for a spike plant. And the ultimates also run out from Vinny. He's not able to find a fight, but Simply Delicious is still here. Patience is a virtue. 3-1 for Fate.
Yeah, heads up play from Fate. They're able to just, you know, play the time down, saying, hey, we hear the footsteps going away. It could be a fake. Let's just play the time down. If we hear the spike being planted on the other side, they just play the 2 versus 1 and make sure they can trade each other out. So great by Fate there. They're still going to be able to have their rifles into the next round, but now Divine Ascension pushed back towards a sort of half by only some ghosts and some specters to their name. And with the superior firepower and the stratting on the side of Fate, they're looking to take this next round.
Yeah, this is honestly something different, isn't it? This is not something that we've seen from Bait very often. Pushing right in, Sobolo needs to get out of there. There's a frag that comes out from one of the pistols. Adelaide gets one, but stuck in the slows. They're all just completely shut down. But Teddy walks through, gets a frag on the opposing jet. So site has been taken and Spike likely to be planted soon. There is a Viper's Pit as well to prevent any outside lines of site from coming in. And there's no Sova to be able to spot in.
Down.
What? They gotta spam through the smoke, I guess, but there's 3 kills all of a sudden from the side of Fate. Oh, 1 versus 3. Adelaide has nothing to say. 1 kill. Valiant effort from the Sage to get 2 with the pistol, but it's still not gonna be enough.
That is so unlucky from Wives there. They have the good take. They get 2 rifles for themselves. They get the Viper's Pit down in order to make sure that the retake is so hard. But a lucky spam just firing into the smoke finds the head of the Viper, able to get the ultimate down. And that means that the cleanup just went beautifully. Fate looking a little bit sketchy, but they're able to make it up. And now it's a full buy from both sides. Ultimates on the board as well. I would say most notably is that KO ultimate. If they go fast, if they go hard, it might not be much of a response in terms of utility.
Fast and hard may not exactly be the answer for this round. And in fact, the defense wants to get aggressive on that. But given how slow DA is playing, one of them gets caught off so below. No chance. Winnie even pushing up through mid now. They are defaulting across the entire map. Presence everywhere. And Winnie is able to get a second, perhaps. Flavor trades out onto one of his teammates before Winnie managed to get that frag. But even more flashes going through. That's okay. Can't exactly see his opponents. Can't go for the fight. And Spike again planted on that A site.
Interesting wall there to actually cut off your teammate and make it that 1v1 for Teddy. Teddy's still going to win it out, though. Only another kill being given over to the enemy team, and it's 4-2 so far. Just breaking your legs a little bit at the end, but it should still pretty much be that buy for the side of Fate here. Actually, Divine Ascension, I always get them mixed up just a little bit as the team tags aren't there. But there's so many ultimates on the board, Anton. I don't know if I necessarily see Fate here using a whole lot of them if they don't get picks early. They are only on their half buy, and with these marshals, they need to do some work before you want to invest so much in this round.
Yeah, I do really think the only thing that could possibly be popped even before anything happens is maybe the Viper's Pit, just to make sure that the enemies have low health, just to maybe find an opportunity. But okay, that's a chance missed by Cringy. Not exactly what you'd like to see. That entry as well, that probably proves that it's not really that many people on this site. Pushed up so forward, his job is to get the information, and now all of a sudden he's gone down. Through the wall, though. Winnie tries to push for some information as well, tries to get some picks, but he goes down in return. Wives with 2, so still keeps his team alive. It's stabilized maybe off that Viper's Pick, and Teddy even more wants to just clean up and mop up the final player and the Jets. And yeah, the Jet diff off this round 3-4 right now.
Yeah, Teddy there coming up big. I'm surprised by the sheer aggression from Divine Ascension. You know you have the superior gun power, and maybe they want to just, you know, take it with that. But pushing all the way in, just as Teddy did here, it can be risky if you end up losing the gunfights. You give over those rifles and maybe make it a little bit harder for you in the coming rounds. But 4-3 so far. Divine Ascension looking to even it up here. They have some ultimates as well. None of them really being used except for, I believe, the Empress. The only problem is there is that Viper's Pit on the other side, and it can be used to lock down one of the areas of the map.
So only slow though. Neither team wanting to budge from the 3-3 alt economy at the moment. Delicious. He's playing so far back, letting them up. Not sure if these players were spotted, but Teddy, as well as another player, are already creeping up this tube. That's okay. He's just going to shoulder check that and wall going up, but it's just going to get shot right through. They're already all the way up, and the flash is going to get popped. But it's fine. It's fine. That's okay. That is okay. Security loses his life. And I think Sage should have recognized there is a second player here. The dog's not going to see very much, but Teddy's already been taken very low. Flavor goes down off that frag, but trades the damage, and the heal goes out as well. So something burned at least for the time being. But DA want to reset back towards this A. Flash going out. It's going to get some info, but the kill is going to come in turn of Sobolo onto Teddy. Another flash. Res is on both sides even, but Sobolo denies, and the res as well. They've already made their way out of sight, though, and everything is happening all across the map. Spike not committed players every which way. This is insane. Look at the logistics of this round. There's a Viper wrapping through kitchen, about to backstab both these players in screens and top boiler.
Ooh, 11 HP. Can she get out? Yes, she does. So Vibes and the Reina will be able to meet up on the B site. And now it looks like Fate will have to clear out all of this space, right? You have to make sure you can check this Viper who's currently playing in kitchen. You have to make sure you check mid in case there's a flank coming through. When he should be, okay, we'll be able to get it down. And this Jet's going to be able to peek first to clear out some space toward under two.
And careful of the spams. There's only a smoke separating the Jet and Winnie. The Jet, okay, not ready. Winnie has the fight. Favorable engagement and a heal as well. Full HP, and Cringy tries to go for the gun duel and wins it out on the first player. 1 versus 1 now. Viper is at 11 HP. Barely anything separating him and Death, but Spike isn't even going to get tapped. Molly on the Spike. Viper, he has no idea where it came from. He has absolutely no clue. He thought it was a lineup. Wives has absolutely outbrained this Cypher so hard. Cringy has absolutely no clue. Another one going up, but now the time is being burned so low. Great play by Wives. I don't think there's any time. That's a 4th round for Divine Ascension.
Cringy just barely able to get out there, but gotta say, a little bit sloppy. Maybe his teammates should have given the call out or something, but not knowing where that Viper Molly came from definitely burned just so much time. The end, Cringy will be able to stay alive. So we're completely even on the scoreboard so far, but not in terms of economy. As Fate, they're going to be pushed back towards that save. Actually, yeah, half buy from their side. Some marshals, so they seem to really love on this defensive half. It's a pretty good gun, you know, two body shots and that's a kill.
Yeah, 2 body shots, 1 headshot. It's got the power. It's got kind of a scope in between both the zooms of the operators, so just depends on what you're better at hitting shots with. It's so below. That's already an entry kill, but traded 2 in kind back towards those A-site players is a bigger sniper rifle on the hands of Teddy, so making that entry happen. And even Molly's going onto the heaven rafters, Plant going down, Dog just to try and spot, but it's going to be so hard to get back into the site with those lesser weapons. There is a rifle. Cringy goes for that headshot angle and wins it on the Curie, but still remember the sniper rifle on the enemy side. Teddy is still playing up close. Wall hacks going out. Another chance missed by the attackers, and even more damage going on to both teams. What is happening? Knives are getting popped. That's okay. Is taking bullets, taking blades, but Vibes, Teddy with 2 kills. I think the knives ran out, but he still has a pistol in hand and an operator shot to boot. Cringy goes down, and 5 now for DA.
Yeah, that might have been, you know, a round win for the side of Divine Ascension, but that's so much econ damage that was actually done. Though we are getting to the later stages of this half, econ damage might not be meaning just as much. And it looks like Fate, you know, they did a lot of aggressive peaks throughout this game, and they seem to be being punished a little bit more for it, as the gunfights are just going in the way of Divine Ascension. Their aim, hey, maybe the first couple rounds were just a warm-up for them. They're looking crispy now. They're looking to take the rest of this half.
Absolutely, and with Teddy on this op as well, so oppressive. He's just going up, he's just taking fights. This is what you do against players of your own caliber. If you think you're better, you just take these gun duels, because it's so hard to just steal peek people when you're not absolutely cracked out of your minds, when you're not an Asuna, when you're not Steel himself. It's so difficult. But the one-tap potential is there. They want to try and go for some challenges. So below, gonna follow this dog up through mid, go for the knives. Shing, shing, you hear the noises, but the shots just aren't landing until Delicious comes through, takes out Curie. But the knives, that's the thing. They don't get refreshed. The operator shot wants to go out. So below dodges that and is lucky to stay alive. So Fate with an early man advantage, but surely not another peek. I think the Sky probably spotted Teddy. The head was also in return seen. Teddy now just patiently waiting, wants to drop out. Though. This is so awkward. Vibes catches the back. Flavored had no idea this Viper was all the way up, and that's the single site defender now dead. Viper's pit popped as well, so now he has so much space
the timing.
To work with. What? No, he can't even see his opponent. He can't see the Sage. He's gonna walk out of the smoke. That's okay. Has no idea he's there. He's gonna go back in. Vibes now has the information, but is going to run right into... that's okay, and it's fine. Just fine. 4K for the Viper, making her way onto the A site and taking so much ground into mid. What a rat, but it works out for DA.
No, haters will say that's luck, but man, what a skill dip there. The timing just works out for him. He misses the Sage and then is able to get a 3K to end it all, man. You gotta love it if your Vibes there. And 4-6 so far. Divine Ascension has won the last 5 rounds. Momentum is definitely in their favor, especially as Faye are pushed back towards this awkward half buy back to these Marshals. Can these Marshals do the damage though? They have in the earlier rounds, but it seems like Divine Ascension, just like that, have the superior gunplay on point.
Oh yeah, not this time, not anymore. He's done that so many times, so below, but he's not going to have any more success. Flavor even trying to replicate the success of his previous jet, but it's just not going to happen as well. Vibes, as well as a teammate of Kaio, to swing right through. They are confident. They know they can now win these gunfights. They are all warmed up, and Vibes on the boosted position even gets a clean headshot. Delicious. Last one remaining is Cringy, and there's nothing he can do with that gun.
4-7 in this game, and Divine Ascension, man, they're looking so good. Even when they end up dropping some members, they're trading each other out, and they're just able to take these sites by storm. It doesn't even necessarily feel that they're playing these slow defaults. They're running it down, and they're getting the kills that they need to get the spike in this place.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy too. Fate, I mean, they win 2 rounds. They win the pistol, they win the follow-up, and then the anti-eco, of course, they have the lesser weaponry, so Divine Ascension run it back. But then the first full gun round, Fate managed to break Divine Ascension's economy. But ever since then, every other gun round, Divine Ascension have looked on point. Absolutely, just running it down. They're winning all the fights, and maybe some fortunate timings here and there, but even still, once again, Cringy now left to defend this B site. Everything's gonna call upon him. He has the Cypher utility, but the plant is going down. He's not gonna try and risk his life to deny, but speaking of deny, that's okay. Spams from the steal position through the box. Another one, Delicious gets it through the box again. That Sage Wall, bit of a mistake. You want to put it diagonally. This is not gonna prevent the spam that comes through, and they get punished for it. Divine Ascension, 2 of them go down off the plant, and the rest of them falling. The gunfight's being lost. Vibes last remaining inside of mid, and he's been spotted, damaged, even bitten by the dog. He needs to absolutely make a miracle happen if he wants to win this, and the first one is given up. Delicious pulls out a flash, but there's a second, and so many damage onto Vibes, and so below he becomes in 5-7. At least Fate keep the half close.
Yeah, it's really sad just to see, how much one Sage Wall can have such a big impact. We're watching Vibes again in this last, in this last kill. He does get a really nice flick onto the sky there, but with just all the people left alive, it's not going to mean much. 5-7 in this next half, and this is kind of what you want to see if you are on the side of I believe it's Divine Ascension here. They're going into the defensive half. They have this round advantage. Now it's all up to the pistol. If they can win this, they'll get to probably that 9-5 scoreline. That's a really big buffer that you can build up for yourself.
Yeah, this is absolutely excellent. Like, there's nothing else you could ask for. I mean, you could ask for more map wins, but that's to be expected. Maybe a bit later, and this is, again, kind of expected from these two teams as well. This is what we saw last time, Divine Ascension going up early on the first map, and they have to win it if they want more of a chance, because Fate, we know, they're a map 2 and 3 kind of team. But right now, they're trying to fight back. Fury is all alone on this yellow position. Assists from Vibes. Aidele with another one after the first kill goes down in favor of the defense. But all of a sudden... Oh, on the rope! Hold on! He's not exactly Asuna, so he's going to get punished. Cringy goes down. Another kill from the defense. Simply Delicious trying to recover, but it's just so many people, so many targets, and not enough bullets.
Definitely. The first initial push from the attacking side was, pretty good, but just after that, it all fell apart. They were able to take the site, but just, not some clean shots from them. Yeah, on the ropes, not able to get that shot. Kind of awkward. Not Asuna that we've seen in the pro play, but that's a pistol win for the side of Divine Ascension. They're going to be able to buy up, and looks like Fate not going to match them. So unless some really clean pistol shots come out of Fate, this should go over to Divine Ascension handedly.
I mean, you never know, right? Classics, they're either the worst gun in the game or they're the best gun in the game, and it really depends on the round to see what's going to show. But this is Curious Curie with a judge. Their buy is, it's awkward, it's strange, it might be kind of broken, but Teddy so far is making it work. The armor loss on the opposing players, there's nothing they can do to stop a body shot. Even pushing up past the smoke, giving up a kill, giving up a weapon. At least it's a 2 versus 4. Still difficult to recover. I don't think they're going to be going for that one gun, even if they have the option to. They don't know where these last defenders have posted up, and Teddy recovers the weapon in turn. There is another trade, and Cringy also gets a nice headshot, but once again, either the worst gun or the best gun, and it just throws both halves in that one round.
Yeah, it actually worked out pretty well for Fate there. They were able to get 3 members and make sure those guns can't be saved into the next round. So pretty good econ damage. I would call that a win if I was on their team. But now Teddy buying up that operator 3 rounds in. Kind of a risky buy, but if the impact is there, it could mean just a very easy denial of that buy and back to sort of that awkward half buy for the side of Fates.
It's another kind of strange one, but the judge, I mean, I can see why they're bringing it. Curie is in a decent position to use it, especially if they don't check. And it's a bait setup as well. Teddy is playing all the way back at yellow. The dog is going to see very, very late, but they're at least patient off of it. But patience, it's not a Wives' middle name because they go up. Winnie also pushes up outside of A. They get 2 frags across the map on top of Belt, but there's already a lurk. Flavor catches the Reyna off on the defense, and they've made their way all the way on the site. The wall goes down to let the plant happen.
Oh no!
Oh, that's not what you want to see. That is not good. Idle, I mean, at least the frag was had, but it's not 2 versus 3. That shot really should have landed from the defense, but it doesn't even matter at this point. Tries to jump the wall. Wide does not exactly have the frog legs to get over that one. Alright, that's okay. Seems to be wary of a flank, but no one is coming from behind. All 3 of these players are on the site, and there's a trade, but Wives, what is that transfer? That's one from up top down below. Left at 4 HP, but he still manages to get both kills and the 10th round for Divine Ascension.
Wives there able to just do so much. This pre-plant was actually amazing. Flavor able to sneak all the way onto the site, get the initial pick and get the spike down. Fortunately, not going to mean just as much for them. They're able to, clean up on the side of Divine Ascension there. So yeah, they go up to double digits. They're going to have the Viper's Pit as well if they really want to use that cooldown. Probably don't want to do it against this enemy team as the half buy is going through for Fate, and they're looking to get some econ damage in.
Dude, you know what the most ridiculous thing is right now? I think Vibes is on track to pull a Mixwell. He is 25-7 on the Viper, on the controller. That's unusual to say the least, but maybe changing, maybe not. Winnie at least gets 1, traded 1 for 1, so still technically better for the side of Fates. But the plant's going down on A again. I mean, this operator's still here on the high ground. Teddy drops. Wall is shot open for him, and shot's not gonna land, just barely. Adelaide just swinging along with the Odin, somehow manages the headshot in the opposing stage. A response as well with the sniper, but Wives takes his head off as well. Wives coming from the back lines, gets a 2nd and a 3rd. Triple kill, and the retake works once more.
Yeah, man, Wives on this Viper is actually insane. 28-7, as you had just said. The thing about putting an absolute fragger on Viper is that you can also get your ultimate so much faster. Now, they don't use this ultimate that often throughout the round, but just having it up means that it gives you so much more power. If you really need it in the moment, you can just drop that down. It can help in that post plant, making sure you have more control over the spike. And now, Anton, they're going for a double operator Odin setup.
Oh my, I mean, you know what? I like the point about the Viper. Oh, he's actually got it out right now. That's curious. This is questionable. I'm not sure about this one because his teammates, like you said, 2 ops. They're not the best at fighting inside Viper smokes, but I mean, they're the ones that are winning right now. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not playing the game. I'm just looking at the bigger picture. Maybe they've got weapons at their feet and they've got so much money that doesn't even matter. But looking down the lanes, one is outside this mid. Not going to be the first engage. So below takes out Adelaide, so one of the defenders are already off the board. But these ops not having that much success for the time being. Curie?
Looks like it's going to be an A hit here when he will be able to get Flavor, and that's the Viper down. The Reyna dismiss, also very good at making sure that she can get out.
Yeah, goes for the pot shot, not going to land it. Thank goodness there was a cage there, or else the Cypher would have been stuck in the corner. Another flash maybe to go out, trying to go for a peek, but the look away, I think another shot. Not sure if these attackers have even realized that there's 2 ops in play. They're both here. They know where that res is, so at least Divine Ascension have the awareness to understand that there's at least two players inside the connected position, but shots going out, trade back and forth. Curie gets one, but goes down afterwards, and Winnie trying to flash for the team. It's so awkward. Look at this setup. This is why the double op isn't exactly the strongest setup in the game ever since those operator nerfs, but Teddy does get one, Wives another, and I guess it really doesn't matter when you have this player on your team because he just runs in, gets every single frag, puts Divine Ascension on map point.
Oh man, I was really skeptical about this double operator setup. It seemed to not be working out for them, but in the end, the first pick, I believe, from Winnie, or was it the other player, able, or yeah, it was the Jet, able to get cringy, and then the Viper just running through, winning every single gunfight. Exactly what you want to see. You have this double operator setup. Is the rifle just absolutely popping off?
He's literally more than doubling the next kills on his team plus the next guy. What? Winnie and Teddy have 28 combined. Wives is 30. Winnie and Teddy are both the duelists. Why is the controller dropping 30 bombs after, what, 17 rounds? It's number 18. Teddy's at least got one with the op. That's okay, trades back, but the operator is still standing. Knives missing from so below. And in fact, it's Teddy with the knife. Perhaps an ace, but no, the knives miss. He pulls a scream. That is unfortunate, but at least he should have done enough. Simply Delicious tries to swing around, but there's too many players to deal with. 35 map 1 goes to DA.
And Divine Ascension there had an absolute storm of a map. A little bit slow to start, but when those players woke up, they were heavily caffeinated and ready, man.
That's actually absolutely insane. But if we just take a look at the scoreboard, it's unfortunate. Yeah, Wibes, I mean, he got to drop a 30. He stopped at a 30. That's absolutely crazy. What? I didn't realize his econ rating, 143. All right, let's do the math real quick. All right. So 150 is the health value of a player with full armor. What econ is you take the damage you did divided by, I don't know, let me read it.
The cost of the
Damage dealt divided by 1,000 credits spent. So basically, when you have a 150 econ rating, that means you got 3 kills every time you bought a rifle. This man is averaging 3 kills every, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. He's got a 30 to 8 KD. That's a 3 KD, right? It makes complete sense. That's absolutely monstrous from Lives. I mean, it's hard to, like, I really hate saying sometimes when a certain player is like so obviously carrying their team, like you don't like to say that they're carrying. But I think right now for Divine Ascension, they just got hard carried by Wives. I don't think there's anything else to say about that.
Yeah, Vibes just had an absolute storm of a game, and his teammates were also there to back him up. You know, this is a team-based game, but that's going to do it for our first map. We're going to throw it to a very quick break, but when we're back, we're going to be here with map 2 of this great best of 3.